Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my first video. I don't want to make it very boring or very long about it, and very long actually. Uh, New season, new hopes after a very painful couple of seasons. I think it's time for Real Madrid to get into a right spot and deliver something for the fans because we do not know this club for the mess they are creating over the period of time. They during the Ancelotti time, during the time of Xavi and Arbeloa, they have messed things up quite a bit. And not to brag about the fact that the incident happening in locker room, and no manager but Jose Mourinho. I think he's one of the managers who is gonna take this team further from here. I think he's the right call, even though there are questions about him, whether he is the right guy right now, whether he is his tactics are actually gonna help anything Real Madrid. But we have seen this script before, don't we? After the lockdown, Zidane left, and we have zero hopes. Aging squad, we don't know what to do with Vinicius and Rodriguez and a lot of Brazilians as well. And suddenly an Italian came in and boom, does wonderful job. Double, then Copa del Rey, then again double. I think Perez has a very tried and tested formula, and this is one of those reasons why he bring back Mourinho. I think this is a very symbiotic relationship right now. We need to perform, and Mourinho got a massive chance. He might actually never get anything like this in his career. A man whose trajectory well below his actually capabilities in last, let's say, 10 years, since United days actually. um, and eventually we have to agree with the fact that he is not the guy anymore we used to know, the so-called special one. But I think right now this is the time to deliver. I don't want to get into so much stuff because there are so many news, and one of so many news are going around. I don't want to get into those stuffs because nothing concrete right now. But I think the squad is actually set. The players are going to stay like this unless a massive movement happen, and if any player leaves, I think it's one of those three: Camavinga, Asensio, or maybe Enrique. And apart from that, I don't see any changes right now. And I think they accept that. Usually Perez do not have a plan B because we just came out of the Rodri shop a couple of days ago, and now season about to start, and I don't think there are much additional um, addition to the squad is they are planning right now. I don't even see any player there. There are talks about Zubimendi and all, but to be fair, we are not gonna pay 90, 100 million for him. Anyways, let's get into the. Let's talk about the game. I think it's day after tomorrow. Real Madrid versus Espanyol. Espanyol always a tough fixtures. They always gives us a very hard games, and they actually I think played a really good game. Actually, they are I think in the game day one, and they actually won against I think Deportivo or Levante. I think it's Levante or something like that. Yeah, I think it's against Levante. They won 3-0 or something like that. So it's going to be hard. I want to discuss about the team right now. Even though there's nothing concrete right now, we do not know about the philosophy going to be for the new Mourinho 2.0, and apart from that, we do not know even couple who going to start. I cannot even tell the 3-4 players that going to start tomorrow. More than 3-4 players actually, but we have to start. So I think there is a good chance that we might see couple of or new signings tomorrow. If we compare last season's squad to this season's squad, there is absolutely improvement. For example, additional defense, the depth is increased a lot. The addition of Konate is a questionable one for many, but I think he gonna do well. I think he has a very good career over the year for Leipzig or Liverpool, for example. But last years actually for Liverpool has been horrendous. But that's for the whole team actually. They played really bad, and yes, there are mistakes. I mean, I think he been going through a lot in his personal life. His father passed away. There are moments in care. There are moments like that can happen for any individual, any footballer, let's say. And one of the best signing this season, Cucurella. I think he gonna start at left back tomorrow. Apart from that, I'm gonna go into the forward starting lineup, which I think the Mourinho gonna put tomorrow against day after tomorrow against Espanyol. Let's start with the goalkeeper. No doubt, Thibaut Courtois will be there. I think he's gonna go with a 4-2-3-1 formation. Yep, and the classic Mourinho. So left back is going to be Cucurella. The left centre back, I think, as long as there are crises and that's pretty certain for Huysen. I think he gonna start. Whatever happened with Militao lately, I think he gonna start. Apart from that, I think if I have to choose between Rudiger and Konate, I will choose Konate any single day. I will only choose Rudiger if I felt that the first game of the season going to be huge pressure on some player. Although Konate is a fair amount of experience, let's say. Uh, so apart from that, I think Konate gonna start with Wilson is his partner. At the right back position, I think Dumfries is not going to start many games this season. I think Trent is somewhat injury prone player. He started to become like that for last 3-4 seasons, Liverpool and Madrid combined. So I think for he gonna come handy. I mean Dumfries, but I think tomorrow Trent gonna play. And let's come to the midfield. Then this is the tricky one because I'm gonna predict well the attack, but the midfield is going to be tricky because I'm pretty sure Joameni doesn't gonna start tomorrow because simply reason he's been out injured, just came back, joined training 2-3 days ago. I don't think Jose gonna put him right in the starting 11. I don't think he is that important for him, right, at least right now. He's a brilliant player, let's say, but he has his limitation, and because of his injuries and not been available for the regular time being, I think he gonna bench him for tomorrow. Maybe bring in on lately, or maybe bring Kramavinga in his place. But I think the way he set up his team, I think Thiago Silva going to be handy because he's excellent work ethicness, excellent pressing, excellent movement with the ball. He just hold the ball really good. And I have seen some of the podcasts and Kian, some of you know him. He said one thing. He's from managing Madrid, by the way. He said one thing. He is a cheaper version of Luka Modric, and I think I'm gonna agree with that. He is one player who is someone we are missing for very long in this period, and he gonna hold the ball. He gonna progress the ball really well. He gonna come deep. He can play a box to box role. He can go up and down constantly. He is that good. So in for that, I think I'm gonna stick with uh, one midfielder is my pivot particularly is Bernardo Silva. And apart from that, I think Kamavinga is not going to start because Fede Valverde first is the captain. Second, his work ethicness is really important. He's gonna cover so many places for Trent and others, and we kind of need him. Let's be honest. He's the most important midfielder right now, and I'm not saying because he is my favorite, but I think Fede is needed in this team, and we cannot left our captain in the bench for the first game of the season. So I think Fede and Bernardo will be the partner for going forward, particularly for those next man and next match, and let's see what's gonna happen. And the number 10 role, that's a big question because Arda has been phenomenal for Mourinho, and I think right now he can beat Jude. Let's be honest, as good as Arda is, Jude is Jude, and he's much more complete than Arda right now. So I think Jude gonna start tomorrow, regardless whatever Ancelotti thinks. And let's come to the point. And so now we are left with the attacking lineup. I think that's the most easiest one right now because Vinicius has to start. We heard all the stories about how Mourinho constantly in talk with Vinicius about over the time for his renewal, and eventually he's the man who very key part for the renewal. For a couple of days, we thought it's over. He's leaving for Arsenal, but Mourinho does so many works for him behind the closed door. We get to know right now. So I think he gonna start regardless. We all know that he's not been in good touch, but Vinicius never in a good touch in preseason. He gonna come handy. Maybe even not the first game. He usually not do well in the first game of the season, second game of the season. But with the week progressing, with the game time, he started to get into the game his old self pretty well. Apart from that, there is no question about Kylian Mbappe will lead the line as a number 9 there. And my money on Kylian Mbappe again for the Pichichi. Regardless, we are winning trophies this season or not, we are going for the three-pit of Pichichis. That's certain. Even Golden Boot, who knows? Now the right wing part, that's crazy. That's the important part because Mourinho can go pragmatic about it and start Arda in right wing as an inverted one, uh, or he can start Diomande right way. Being that young, I don't know how whether Mourinho gonna trust him, whether he has the Ancelotti syndrome of do not trust the youngster one, or he gonna start him right away. We have to wait and see. But I think Diomande gonna start. That's my 11. So it's basically Thibaut Courtois, Cucurella, Huijsen, Konate, Trent, Silva, Fede, Jude, and then Fini, Mbappe, and Diomande. There are a couple of players who can start. Even right wing, Brahim's been a constant starter for Mourinho. He might actually start him for the work ethicsness and his close dribblings, and he's much more involved in this game, and he does that little magic in the field that no one actually produces right now, and he's in the best. I mean, I'll say Brahim is in the best form of his life. So that's my call. My prediction is gonna be Real Madrid gonna win this match 2-0, not very convincingly. We never win games convincingly at the start of the tournament. So La Liga. So we're gonna grow well. My prediction with Mourinho is bank management going to be key. Otherwise, there will be a war, and we do not want it. After what we saw last season, it was very bad. I do not. That's a nightmare. I do not even talk about it. So I hope we win something this season because it's been really boring. Real Madrid going back to a trophyless season. I'm watching Real Madrid in last 10 years and I've never seen anything like that. So let's hope for the best. And hey guys, this is my first video, so be kind about it. If you like it, do tell me what you like about it. If anything wrong, do tell me as well. I'm not going to say the like, comment, subscribe stuffs because I'm doing it completely out of passion for football. I do not even need those things that comes with YouTube videos, you know. So Hala Madrid, Enada Mas. Yeah, that's it.